I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gene Edwards. You're watching Lubed. This is my game review for game number 2 of the Battle of Alberta from Calgary, Alberta. Edmonton versus Calgary. Round 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs, the Western Conference semifinal, May the 20th, 2022. I am going to play the role of Daryl the Downer right now. So if you don't want to hear the negativity, fast forward it like 3 minutes. But these are things that need to be addressed. Okay, so first of all, 110 minutes and 14 seconds for the Oilers to establish their first lead in this series. 110 minutes and 14 seconds. But that's not even the worst of it, okay? And I'm going to be a bit of a downer. First of all, I'm very happy we won this game. But there's things that this team needs to work on. There's things that they have to do for Connor Mcdavid and help him out. Another thing, and help out Mike Smith. Because it was another quick start, not nearly as bad as the start that they had in Game 1. But Calgary did manage to get 2 goals in 6 minutes and 2 seconds to take a 2-0 lead in the first period. First game, it was 51 seconds, so it's quite a bit of a difference. But still, the Oilers are fighting an uphill battle. Okay? This has got to change. Connor McDavid needs a lot more help from his guys. Okay? Now, I'm going to give props before I start getting my negatives out. I'm going to give props to like Yamamoto. I'm going to give props to Cody Ceci. I'm going to give props to Hyman. Like, these are guys that have really lifted their... Well, I wouldn't say Yamamoto's lifted his game. I just don't think it's depleted. Like, he's still doing what he does best, and that's being a pest and hitting and all that kind of stuff. And the reason why I get into this is McDavid and Yamamoto. Okay, so Yamamoto, let's paint the picture first. McDavid is your prolific, world's best player, playmaker, goal scorer. So he gets paid a very nice amount of money. That being said, he gets paid for his performance aspects, okay? There's guys on the team that get paid for hitting and all that. McDavid last night and Yamamoto, so you got your best player in the world, that's your playmaker in that. And you got Kailer Yamamoto, which is the shortest guy on the team, led the way in hits. Both of those guys led the way in hits. The third and fourth line need to wake up. They need to play better. It's just that simple. Jesse Puljujarvi has been absolutely no-show so far this playoffs. Cassian, you'd think, would be a bit of a cruncher, especially in the Battle of Alberta and the history that he has with Tkachuk. Where is he? Ryan, like, these guys, Archibald. These guys are known for their hitting. They need to take that role on. Now, I don't know if it's just line matching up that's causing this, but there needs to be more of an effort out of our third and fourth lines. It's just that simple. Roughing last night, there was a few things on the roughing that were questionable. A couple goals got called back, and honestly, I don't think that those were the questionable things. I mean, yeah, the puck was a little bit loose, but as a referee, I can understand how they whistle it down because they lost sight of the puck. That being said, I like what they said in Hockey Night in Canada during the intermission, that the referee needs to position himself a little bit closer to the net so he can actually see it. But that would be the only flaw of it. I had no problems with those. Some of the calls were a little bit weak, but it was what it was. I'm not going to get into the roughing situation because I don't think it was that outrageous. What really bothered me is what some of these players are doing. You can't expect Connor to carry this team on the back that much. Like, he's going to burn out. He's going to burn out. And Mike Smith, kudos to him for a much improved .925 save percentage. But let's face it, it's going to catch up with him too, right? So I like the fact that the Oilers really, after that second goal, they really clamped down and they really started playing some pretty solid hockey. But they need to start that right from the get-go. Okay, I'm done with my rant. Sorry, guys. I just had to say what I had to say. Let's go into the scoring summary, and I'm actually going to do a scoring summary tonight because the goals weren't 15. There was a total of 8 goals, which is basically almost half the total of Game 1. And it started early with Mike Stone getting his second at 3:02 from Matthew Tkachuk and Johnny Gaudreau. Followed by Brett Ritchie at 6:02, his second from Trevor Lewis and Eric Gudbranson. Again, the Oilers a poor start and allowing 2 goals, basically a quarter into the first period. So the Oilers really have to clean up their starts. They can't keep playing this uphill battle. However, Duncan Keith cuts the lead in half with his first of the year at 13:38 from Draisaitl and McDavid. We end the first period 2-1 Calgary. In the third period, Tyler Toffoli gets his second on the power play, making it 3-1. This was from Gaudreau and Eric Lindholm, followed by McDavid, his sixth from Duncan Keith and Draisaitl. We have a 3-2 game. And then Evan Bouchard, the Bouch Bomb, from the point, gets his second on the power play from Evander Kane and Duncan Keith. It is a 3-3 game. I think when it comes to slap shots for Demon, Bouch should be the bomber. Tyson Barrie needs to do his wrist shots. He's got to stop trying that slap shot. It doesn't work for him. But yeah, that was... Bouchard's got a heavy shot. I love his shot. Okay, we go into the third period. On the power play for Calgary, Zach Hyman gets the puck chipped up. He goes in on the breakaway. 4-3, shorthanded goal. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins gets the assist. And then another breakaway as Calgary's trying to play deep to try to catch up into this game. Leon Draisaitl, he gets his 7th from Mike Smith. It's unbelievable that Leon Draisaitl, I don't give him too much props either, but he's got his 7th playing with an injury. We know he's playing with, I think what they were saying is it's an upper high ankle strain or something like that. So he's playing in pain. So yeah, for him to get 7 goals so far this playoffs, that's a lot. McDavid and Draisaitl really, well, especially McDavid. McDavid, hands down, has been carrying this team. And I tell you, we would be nowhere this deep in the playoffs without him. He's a huge factor. He's the best player in the world. Okay, so the stars for this game, hands down, Connor McDavid. I totally agree with ESPN stars on this one. McDavid, first star. Zach Hyman, second star. And Johnny Gaudreau, I have no qualms at all. I think ESPN finally got it right on the stars for the game. Comes to the shots, it was equal at 40 apiece, so no one had more shots in this game. Hits, Calgary out hitting, and this is an issue, a contentious issue I have, 40-27. That's where your third and fourth lines need to pick it up. Connor McDavid and Kyler Yamamoto should not be the guys leading the way in the hit department for our team. Face-offs, Calgary really, really owning the face-off dot 66% of the time, 67%. So 2/3 of the face-offs in this game, Calgary won. Power play opportunities, Edmonton had 6, Calgary had 5, both of which getting 1 power play goal. For takeaways, Calgary slightly edged Edmonton out with 7-5, and giveaways, Edmonton had 14. Calgary had 13. So not really too much of a differential this time around in it. What do we have next for the Oilers? The next game is going to be Game 3 tomorrow night at the Rogers Place in Edmonton. I do believe, from when I last checked, that Edmonton is favored 58% according to Cover's website. So we'll see. My only fear going into tomorrow's game is what I said in my first video that I did for this series was the hype. I'm worried that the hype is going to get to this team and they're going to come out sloppy. But then again, I think they might come out all business-like, knowing that this team has now been down 2 goals in games 1 and 2 before any response. So we'll see what happens. Actually, in game 1, they were even down more before the Oilers responded. So the Oilers need to respond, and they need to start the game right. And they can't leave Mike Smith hanging out to dry. Let's go, Oilers. Let's take Game 3. Now we have a best of 5. So the next 2 games are in Edmonton, which is going to be Sunday and Tuesday. And then we go back to Calgary for sure for 1. And then we'll see what happens after that. You guys have a great evening. Enjoy your long weekend. Go Oilers, go. We will talk soon. Oiler fans, the #1 fan base in North America. If you guys like the content that Sammy and I bring you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and leave messages in the comment section below. We will talk to you soon. Have a great night.